Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Quill Quickcard, and welcome back to Hexen. And I had a realization as I started to flip through the guide. I realized something kind of important. There was actually still the steel key door in the Guardian of Fire map that I had never gone through. So, let's go through that door before I decide that I'm stuck. Oh. No, okay, they both need fire key, not the steel key. Oh, great. Okay, I don't like the look of this. This... I don't know if this was accessible before. Okay, you're just not going to open, huh? Can I just run across if I sprint? No, I cannot. Okay. Okay. Alright. I see it. I see it. There is a very narrow ledge. So I have to face very carefully. And sidle along the edge. To hit the switch. Does that open this door? It does open the door. Okay, and that is a mask. Okay, the flame mask. So... was it in the Guardian of Ice or Fire that I saw something that needed the mask? I can't... Crap, I can't remember. Okay, it was on a wall. I want to say it was in the Guardian of Ice. I think. Another big issue with Hexen is that a lot of the puzzles are not really linear. Like, obviously some parts of puzzles need to be done before you can access other parts. But there's a lot of different pieces of different puzzles that can be done in different orders. So sometimes consulting the guide is not especially helpful, because it takes a long while to figure out where you are actually supposed to go. Okay, so... there's some flechettes over here that would actually be pretty good to pick up. Okay, so previously we had opened the door that was here. Okay, and then this drops an elevator, and this leads up to the parts of the level that we've actually seen before. It doesn't look like these are doors. This was the original entrance. So I think we're in the right place. Oh, no. That's right, the flame key! The flame key! That's what I needed the mask for. Please take me down. Thank you. Right, this is where we wanted it. Okay, so the flame mask goes here, which reveals some Afrits. Okay. And now I've got the flame key, which is going to let me access new areas in the Guardian of Fire. Okay. And now the last door is open. I literally could not tell you the conditions that opened this door. I genuinely couldn't. So hitting this is going to reveal a serpent, like usual. And then the serpent room is across from the entrance. Before I go in there, I want to try heading back to the regular Guardian of Fire entrance and work my way through the flame key doors. Okay. Flame key door 1. Go. Okay, switch. Alright, it leads to an elevator. Alright, what about on the other side? Is it going to be the same sort of thing? Okay, it looks like every blue mana is good for 22, which is a strangely specific number. Go. Come on, Afrit. If it ever looks like I'm getting into melee and then the serpent staff is just like locking me into weird positions and the camera's turning. Whoa! That's because that's exactly what's happening. Okay, so this is a flame mask door. Oh. Okay. All right. So is this more symmetric designs? That's a chaos device. I think a chaos device just teleports you to, I don't think a random spot. I think it just teleports you back to, like, the start of the level. Okay, nothing to interact with there. This all seems to lead to a portal. Okay, where we are immediately attacked, because of course we are. Stairs have risen on the 7 portals. Okay, and then we flip the switch. stairs have risen on the 7 portals. So luckily we know where those are. That's going to be this staircase right here. So a door, and a door opened on the Guardian of Ice. Okay. Cool. I also now have access to the 7th door. So I can actually work my way to the next hub world right now. But I would actually be most interested... I'm wasting a lot of ammo doing that. It is not necessary. The only one that's really necessary is taking care of guys with projectiles. The Chaos Serpents, the Afrits. There we go. Okay. And 1 centaur. Just let him die. Whoop. There we go. Flechettes really are just crazy powerful. We've got some lovely corpses on pikes. I am going to try... Okay, so we can see there's an intangible bridge there. Well, not intangible. You know what I'm saying. I have no idea how to get up there, but that is an item that it can actually use to fly. Have no idea how to access that. Looks like there's definitely... Oh, okay. Oh, God. Nope. Okay, okay. Soak up the life. Thank you. That is insanely powerful. That is insanely powerful to get Wings of Wrath. Is there a similar passage on this side? No. Okay, so what I can tell you about the Wings of Wrath, and this is actually really important. I'm just going to demonstrate this real quick. Rings of Wrath do not travel from hub world to hub world. They are not a thing I can save. So, for instance, I will put them in my inventory. They're the thing I have selected. Dude, I'm trying to show something off. I have not used them. But if I go and travel to the next hub... Yeah, we'll skip that. You notice that they are actually gone. They're no longer in my inventory. So while you may think you just got an item that lets you fly, you would be an absolute idiot to immediately use it. This is in fact the only time that I will be able to use these Wings of Wrath. So I do need to know my flying commands, which are... Whoops. Page up and insert. Okay, so that's page up. Insert. Okay. How do I start flying? Fly Do I just walk off a cliff to start flying? Okay, no, that doesn't do it. Okay. But insert is supposed to go down. Insert is not going down. We're just gonna fly around here. Home causes me to drop. I really don't know how to effectively use the wings. Huh. Okay. Well, going this way doesn't accomplish anything. Doesn't look like there's anything useful there. I really don't know how to reactivate them, though. I'm gonna have to play around with these. But yeah, I basically have the wings permanently active throughout the rest of this act now, which is not going to be nearly as useful as you might suspect. What we know for sure, though, is that a door opened on the Guardian of Ice. So I'm going to assume that that door is how I will access the secret level. I don't even know what's on the secret level. Like, I know I've been there. Because, I mean, I have basically cheated and teleported my way through this entire game. Yep, this was the last hidden door. Okay. Hello. Hello. Alright. So we have a switch, which opens up, I guess, a rising lava, which opens... Okay, there's actually like a little room there. So I'm going to have to jump to get into that room. Okay. There we go. So, what did that switch? That switch opened a portal. And that takes me to another new area of the Guardian of Fire. I have absolutely no idea what I am supposed to do here now. What if I just hold jump? Okay, holding jump doesn't make me fly. What do I do to fly? Fly up is supposed to be page up. And look up is supposed to be... Wait, hold on. No, that doesn't do it. Okay, but I'm not actually, like, flying up. I don't know how to toggle this. Give me a sec. Well, I think I found the problem. If you take a look at these controls here in my configuration, they are definitely not default, and I do not actually have a command for fly up. So, we're going to make some changes. Looking down will be down, looking up will be up. Centering... we'll just have that be up, that's fine. For flying... what, F and R? Up, R... down, F, and center, we'll just go with C. Okay. That should work. We're just going to accept that, and then we are going to continue. Okay, did those work? Yes, okay. Alright, we are flying. Okay, that is... God, I was actually quite nervous about the controls for flying. So I am very glad to see that they are not going to be an issue. Oh. Okay. One half of the puzzle has been solved. Okay. I don't really know what that means, but okay. But presumptively, that's probably going to help access the secret level. I don't really know how. Let's go see if that opened up access to this area. Okay, it did not. Oh. No, it did. Okay. There we go. There we go. The bright crucible. Okay. Important other thing I realized. F11 does gamma correction. So we're going to leave that on 2 for the sake of anyone who's actually crazy enough to be watching me play Hexen badly on the easiest difficulty settings. Here is another special item, the Disc of Repulsion. When you use the Disc of Repulsion, it blasts back any enemies or projectiles that are near you. Woo! So we've got some pretty good items to be found here on the Bright Crucible. Hidden levels in general are good for finding just like useful items as opposed to anything else. Obviously, none of them are going to be necessary for game progression, or they would not be hidden. We also see our, well, not first, the only other variant of the Chaos Serpents, this brown variety, which shoots stronger poison projectiles. Oh, God, this is so much easier when you can fly. So there's a helmet. The helmet... I never really stopped to explain how armor works. So there are different types of armor in this game. Oh, God. Ow. Which I know there's actually a way to show somehow. Oh, right. They're in the map. So down there, next to all the keys that I've got, you see that there are slots for an armor, a shield, a helmet, and an amulet. Those are the 4 types of armor in the game. But they have different amounts of effectiveness depending on the character class that you are playing. For instance, as the cleric, the shield gives me the most armor out of all the different types. The rest do pretty okay, but the helmet is actually the weakest of the different types of armor that I can access. So it looks like the big thing here in the Bright Crucible is... Oh my god, dude. So it looks like the big thing here in the Bright Crucible is getting a full set of armor. So we're gonna have to fight a lot of enemies. And honestly, we might as well just fly. So we will just fly around to the different areas and collect our other bits of armor. So here is our shield. And here is our body armor. So we now have an armor class of 13. That's going to provide a significant amount of damage reduction. And I mean, there's definitely something here, but what is it? Can I break that? No? Okay. Cool. Alright. I had worried it might have been centaurs. It was not, in fact, centaurs. I can't believe this. I have actually solved the 7 portals and found the secret level without having to reference the guide for what to do next at any point. I mean, obviously, I did try to start looking at it until I remembered that, you know, I had the flame mask, or the steel key, and the point is, I was able to do better than I have ever done on this game before, and I am so incredibly satisfied by that. Whoop. And I think we are about done. Okay. So how do I leave? How do I get out of this level? Because I think it just teleported me here without any way back? Maybe there's something down here that'll help? We'll just walk on the ground for a little bit. Okay, that's an elevator. I am betting that I have to do something to gain access to the room with the stained glass in it. There we go. Does this hurt me? No, okay, it's just a regular swamp that doesn't hurt me. These are elevators that go up. Nothing hidden behind the waterfall. Oh! Okay, new enemy type. Luckily, these things are not strong. My instincts require me to check to make sure that I can't go through the waterfall. Okay. Oh. Yeah, this is probably it. Okay, the Heart of Desperil. I didn't even know that was a thing in this game. I have no idea what that is or what it does. Like, is it something... Is it something I collect in each secret level? Maybe? If that's the objective... Or is there just like a switch here somewhere? No, no switches here. Has this moved? No. Okay. I don't understand. Oh wait, was there just a teleporter back the whole time? I think I could have just teleported back whenever. Nevertheless, I've got the Heart of Desperil, which presumptively does something of some significance somehow, somewhere in this game. I would imagine. Oh, okay, I kind of expected that something here would teleport me back. It has not teleported me back, so... so much for that, I guess. And I'm already down 4 points of armor. Okay. I don't suppose going up there opened anything there. That's just waterfall. Is there something over here? Oh. Yeah, okay. This is where the exit was. All right. Well, perfect. I did it. I have cleared all of the 7 portals. Oh my god, even having just done that, even having only cleared the 7 portals, feels so incredibly good. Up ahead, you may notice something we haven't seen before. In order to get your super weapon, you have to collect 3 parts of it. This is the first part of the Cleric's ultimate weapon, which again, I am not going to describe until we actually have it. but we have earned a segment of the Wraith Verge. And now it is time to leave and head into the game's second hub. Having passed the 7 portals which sealed this realm, a vast domain of harsh wilderness stretches before you. Fire, ice, and steel have tested you, but greater challenges remain ahead. The dense tangle of forest surely hides hostile eyes, but what lies beyond will be worse. Barren desert, dank swamps, and musty caverns bar your way, but you cannot let anything keep you from your fate, even if you might come to wish that it would. And beyond, flickering in the distance, the ever-shifting walls of the hypostal seem to mock your every effort. Hey, bro.
My servants can smell your blood.
Heart of Desperil. What the hell is that? Alright, so Korax decides to greet us once more. We will be seeing him at the start of every hub. But that is all the time I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to proceed through the Shadowwood, and I will see you all on the next one.